basically just wants an explanation from Cody about why he brought Jey back to Raw, because it doesn't make any sense to him. And this is where I think things start to get confusing, and where I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of thought put into any of this, at least in my opinion, because Cody is just like, well, it was like my duty to do this for Jey. Like, I've had multiple roles in the past, and now a part of my job is to make people happy. And you guys like Jey, right? Jey makes you happy. And everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So Sammy jumps in and talks about the importance of second chances. And he says, hey, the biggest thing from this is the bloodline is now down one member, which is a good thing. And then Kevin, this is where Kevin becomes me. He's just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not going to give him another chance just because you're telling me to, but I guess we're just supposed to pretend that, I don't know, he was part of the reason why you, Sammy, lost to Roman at Elimination Chamber, or you, Cody, lost at WrestleMania. So, like, it is what it is. Like, you guys do you, whatever. And that's, I don't know, I guess I want to get your thoughts on this, because I just think all of this is just very confusing and is like, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't make any sense, and it just feels either like lazy, or they really just didn't know how to make any of this make sense.
No, it's if you look at it from a here and now perspective, it isn't going to make sense. But the bloodline story runs WWE right now. It doesn't matter if Roman's there or not. The bloodline story is the A story on both shows of WWE programming. Because now you have the Judgment Day getting in the mix of it with the Usos now. You have Cody Rhodes sticking up for Jey Uso. Paul Heyman might have a point that they're in the bottom of the third. Because you can go so many ways with this. And I just saw something up here. Cody being silenced is purposeful. He'll be announcing his departure from Raw to SmackDown. So if that is what's going to happen, like what most people are predicting, you can have Cody go to SmackDown, do his thing, and then Kevin and Sammy can turn on him and be like, dude, you just fended for yourself. You weren't bro. Like, and you can go a brother angle, and then they have to give him a second chance. Like, there's a lot of underlining themes that are now creeping over into every other storyline, or some storylines here. And if you think of it as the bloodline being the A story for all programming and everyone is interconnected, then you're intrigued, you're captivated.
My main confusion is, which we haven't gotten an explanation for, about Jey and why Cody's all of a sudden fine with him. Like, if it does come down to like what we've predicted, that Cody is just manipulating his way to go to SmackDown, and that was why he got involved in bringing Jey back, that's fine, but we haven't gotten there yet. So I think we need to get closer to that, because I just still like it doesn't sit right with me, just because like the overwhelming reaction to Cody losing at WrestleMania was, people were pissed. There are still people that are pissed, especially seeing Cody kind of float around and do nothing right now. And the fact that Roman is chilling wherever, so I'm getting comments, like, I respond to the YouTube comments, and I can't tell you how many I've gotten in recent weeks talking about how Cody should have won the title at Mania. Like, I've gotten so many people that are still upset about it. And so if that is still on so many people's minds, then seeing him become buddy with one of the people that made sure he didn't win the title, like, it doesn't make any sense. And I know that it's like, in a lot of ways with WWE, you're supposed to have short-term memory, but I get that. And you can't be over analytical, and that's just how my brain is. Like, I am very analytical, I'm very literal. And so it's hard sometimes for me to be okay with stuff like this. But at the same time, we know that Triple H isn't like that completely, where he wants you to have short-term memory. We've talked about that so many times, about the little Easter eggs and the seeds that he plants. Like, there's nothing that happens on accident. And so I feel like this just feels very opposite of that. And it just is, I don't enjoy feeling confused. You know what I mean?